Hi everybody, welcome to Hooking and Stitching Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy on the east side of Canada. I want to welcome all returning Fiber family members, new Fiber family members. If it's your first time here and you like what you see, then click subscribe below, click the bell, click all, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I upload a video. This is the Flip and Pick a Stitch this is a crochet tutorial this week, and we will pick one out of this book. We'll just flip through it and pick. We may have to pick once or twice if it's too much of a complicated stitch to start with. I'm trying to do easier stitches, so I'm trying to stick to the beginning of the book, and as we progress through the year we can increase the difficulty of the stitch. Also too, I'm wary of the length of a video. I'm trying not to make my videos longer than 15-20 minutes, but sometimes a tutorial, when you get into a complicated stitch or a complicated stitch pattern, it has no choice but to be long, just because of the difficulty of the stitch itself. So we're going to pick our stitch, and then we're going to go down to the tutorial table and have a go at it. A lot of these stitches are new to me, as they will be to you, so we can learn together, make mistakes together, and fix our mistakes together. I do not edit out mistakes. I leave them in my tutorials, as it's the only way that excuse me, we learn to learn from our mistakes. So, and then I can show you how to fix it, or if we have to frog it, whatever. I have had comments that people appreciate the fact that if I do make a mistake, that I show them how to fix it. And these are just tutorials, stitch tutorials. Now, when I say stitch, sometimes a stitch is a series of a combination of different stitches. So, whether you're doing a peacock stitch or a thistle stitch or a basket weave stitch, it's a combination. So it's creating a pattern. So in this book here, we have, it's a very, I love the book because it's got so much information in it, from basic techniques to how to use this book. It explains what a multiple of plus added foundation plus. So it shows you how to read, and it helps in your pattern reading. Gives you special formations like a bouillon stitch, popcorns, picots. We all love picots. So the stitch collection. You can see all the different pretty stitches. I mean, make a great blanket. Just start going through one stitch at a time and just make a big blanket, or squares, or whatever. Anyhow, so this is here. We're just gonna pick a stitch. Now we have to pick left or right, so it's up here where I can't see it. So I picked right. We have two, Parquet Stitch and the Ripple Stitch. So whatever this one, it's the Parquet Stitch. It's a multiple of 3 stitches plus 1, and then you add an additional 2 for the foundation chain. It is 3-row repeat, so I think we shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Let's see, let's give it, and you're starting on the wrong side, so let's just do a quick run through the pattern, and then we'll go down to the table. Row 1 is a wrong side row. 1 single crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. Then you chain 2, skip 2, 1 single crochet in the next chain. That's your repeat. From your chain 2, skip 2, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the next chain. That's your repeat for row 1. Row 2 will be, then you'll turn, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the first single crochet. And this is where our repeat starts. Skip 2 chains, 3 double crochets in the next single crochet, and repeat that, ending with the skip two chains and 2 double crochets in your last chain, and turn. Your final row is chain 1, skip your first double crochet. This is where your repeat will begin. 2 chains, or chain 2, skip 2, 1 single crochet in the next double crochet, which is the center of your 3 double crochets. Repeat that ending with a single crochet in the third chain of the turning chain. Repeat rows 2 and 3. Sounds like it'd be pretty easy to do. As the year goes on and progresses, we can get into more difficult stitches, but let's just, start the year out. This is the final one for 2023, but we'll start 2024. Again, there'll be one tutorial a week alternating between crochet and knitting. I may throw a Tunisian in there now and then. I may throw a technique in, excuse me, some cables, drop stitches. It's boundless. I know there's plenty of tutorials out there, but this is just my little niche and the way I do things. Some people find the way I explain things easy. My #1 video with the most views is my knit yarn over, knit 2 together tutorial, which was a very basic help somebody out tutorial, and it is my #1 video. And apparently people like tutorials. A lot of people do tutorials on YouTube, and there's people that are a whole lot better than I am, have more sophisticated equipment. But I'm just teaching it like you're sitting next to me, and we're going to learn it together. So, down to the tutorial table we go. Okay, we are down to the table, and we are doing the parquet stitch. A multiple of 3 stitches. Come on, focus you. Plus 1, and then we add 2 for the foundation chain. What that means is you'll chain a multiple of 3. 3 times 10 is 30. Then we're going to add 1, and then you add 1 more stitch for the foundation chain. So let's begin. I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to chain my multiple of 3, and then I will come back on and we will do our additional stitches together. Okay, I have chained a multiple of 8, 24 stitches. Excuse me, a multiple of 3. 3 times 8 is 24. And then we have to add a stitch, and then we add 1 more for the foundation chain. So a total of 2 stitches added. And now this is going to be a wrong side row, and we're going to single crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remember, the stitch on your hook does not count. So then we're going to single crochet in that 6th chain. Excuse me, the 7th chain, we skipped 6. There's my single crochet. And then we're going to chain 2 and skip 2. Chain 2. Then we skip 1, 2, and into this stitch here, we single crochet into it. And that is our repeat to the end of the row. So chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next chain. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, single crochet. And then we're going to turn, and we're on to row 2, which will be your right side row. We're going to chain 3, one double crochet in the first single crochet, and here is your first single crochet right there. There's your double crochet. Then we're going to skip 2 chains. That's where we chain between. We're going to skip those 2 chains. And in the next single crochet, we're going to put 3 double crochets. So find your stitches right there, and you're going to put 3 double crochets. And there's 2. And 3. And that is your repeat. Skip 2 chains right here, 1, 2, and into your next single crochet you're going to put 3 double crochets, and that's the repeat to the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, and into your single crochet, 3 double crochets. And 3. Finish that until you get to the end of your row. You'll have 3 stitches left, and we'll finish off together. Okay, you've reached the end, and this is what it should look like. And we have, this was our turning chain when we skipped 6 chains. So there was your chain 3, you're going to skip 2. So if you look here, there's 1, 2, and in this chain right here, you're going to place 2 double crochets. There's 1. Sorry, went off camera. And then there's 2. And that's what you should have. So on to row 3. Row 3. Turn, chain 1. You're going to skip the first double crochet here. And in the next double crochet, nope, we're going to chain 1, skip your first double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets. So we're going to chain 2, skip 2 double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and we're going to put 1 single crochet in the next double crochet. Let me see. Back up. Let's do this again. Let's rip this out. We turned and we chain 1. That's just to give you height. It doesn't count as a stitch. Skip your first double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and in the next double crochet, which is the center of your 3 double crochets, you're going to single crochet. That's our repeat. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and in the middle of your chain of your 3 double crochets, you're going to single crochet. You're going to chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet in your middle double crochet of your 3 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet, and you keep doing that down to the end. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, and in your 3rd double crochet, single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet, in the middle, double crochet. We're going to chain 2, we're going to chain 2, and then when you're done, you have this left, you have the 2 double crochets, you're going to skip, and then you're going to end up with 1 single crochet in the third chain of your turning chain. So there's 1, 2, 3. And that is your first 3 rows. Now, you repeat rows 2 and 3 to continue the pattern. So we're going to turn our work, and we're going to repeat row 2 again. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the first single crochet, which is right here, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and then we're going to put 3 double crochets in the next single. And that is our repeat. Skip 2 chains, chain 2, and into your single you put 3 double crochets. And you do that all the way to the end. Three. And I will meet you back when we get to the end. Okay, I've made it to the end here where I have my turning chain. So you're going to skip these 2 chains right here, chain 2, and you're going to put 2 double crochets in your next chain. Oops. Right? Okay, on to row 3 of our row 3. Again, remember, we're repeating row 2 and row 3. So we're going to chain 1, and that's just for height. We're going to skip the first double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, and in the middle double crochet we're going to single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in your middle double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in your middle double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet. Continue that till you get to the end, and at the end you'll put 1 single crochet in the third chain of your turning chain, and I will meet you back here. Okay, I'm down to the end where I'm going to chain 2, chain 2, skip 2, and here you put a single crochet in the third chain, 1, 2, 3, and that completes your 2-row repeat. So we'll do one more set of repeating row 2 and 3. So again, turn your work, you're going to chain 3, okay, and then 1 double crochet in the first single crochet, which is right here, and then you're going to chain 2, chain 2, I apologize. I'm reading. Let's rip this back out again. To your chain 3. We're on the row. We're on row 2. Chain 3, 1 double crochet in the first single crochet. Then you're going to skip 2 chains. Here's your 2 chains. If you remember, they're in between your single crochets. You're going to put 3 double crochets into that single crochet. And you get some yarn, pull some yarn out here. Okay. And you're going to skip your 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets into your single crochet. And you're going to do that all the way till you get to the end, and you're going to end with a skip 2 chains and then 2 double crochets in your last chain. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I will finish mine off camera until I get down to the last 2 chains and our chain 2 in the last. So it'll be 3 chains left. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm down to where I just have 3 chains left. So you're going to skip 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain you're going to put 2 double crochets. Oh. I have a bad habit of chaining too tight. There's 1. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Can we see? This is a Saturday morning. Okay. My 2 double crochets. And I didn't go into the chain, I went into my loop. Make sure you get into the chain and not the space. There we go. And if you go in the space, it's no big deal. It's just keep your rows even. Alright, and then we're going to do 1 more row, 3 repeat. So we're going to turn, we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip the first double crochet, we're going to chain 2, skip the next 2 double crochets, 1, 2, single crochet in your middle double, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in that middle double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, and that's your repeat, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm down to the end here, and you're going to end with 1 single crochet in the 3rd chain. Here's my chain 2, skip 2 double crochets, and I'm going to end with a single crochet in the 3rd chain of my turning chain. And that's your wrong row. You can mark, after you do row 1 and you go to row 2, mark your right side. This will be your right side. You can see the difference. You see the texture? And then that's your wrong side. So this is your right side. I think that's nice. That'd make a nice blanket stitch. It could be a sweater stitch, a scarf stitch. It could be, again, it's endless. So that's your Parquet Stitch, a multiple of 3 plus 1 plus 1 for your foundation chain. Now I'm going to go upload this and put in the text for the pattern so you can begin exploring your Parquet Stitch. I hope you enjoyed this flip and pick stitch tutorial for crochet. Next week will be the first one for 2024 will be a knitting tutorial that we get out of the 750 knitting stitches, the Ultimate Knit Stitch Bible. So this is what we'll be taking one for knitting, which I will be filming after I get this uploaded and scheduled for release. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or queries, please feel free to put them in below the description box in the comment section. Remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place. I hope to see you in the next tutorial video, and you enjoy this journey that we're going to take in 2024, learning some new crochet stitches and knitting stitches. Bye for now. I'll see you in the next video.